tonight, professional ass kicker Tank Abbott is here, and stand-up comedy from Chris Bennett. Before that, once upon a time, there was a show called The O.C., which begat the reality show called Laguna Beach, The Real O.C., which begat a spin-off that made a star of our first guest. She plays and is the arch nemesis of her former best friend, Lauren, on MTV's show The Hills. Later this year, she's releasing her very own record album. Please welcome Heidi Montag. Very lovely. Thank you for being here.
I have to tell you, I am the biggest fan of your show and of your lovely girlfriend.
Well, thank you very much.
So thank you for
nice
having me on.
Well, and you know, I think I'm a little old for your show, but for the elderly like myself, I've seen it a couple of times, and I don't really know what's going on exactly because people are friends and then they're not friends, and they're having these deep conversations, but then there's cameras there for all of them. For the elderly like myself, explain exactly what the show is.
Okay.
And how you got on it.
It's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of like a young Sex and the City is how they kind of describe it. It's about like 4 girls, and we're all living, you know, in LA, and we're working, and it's about the ups and downs of relationships.
But it's real. Sex and the City is somebody wrote the show.
Right.
They're just following you guys around, and all the stuff that happens really happens.
Right.
For the most part. Of course, there's editing and all that stuff.
So that's kind of what it is, and we just all, you know, through our lives and
how did it happen that they started following you around in the first place?
I went to fashion school in San Francisco, and I'm actually from like the smallest town in the world in Colorado, and it's like 1,200 people who live there or something. Like, it's really small. And so I decided to go to fashion school, and then I met Lauren, and we were like the only 2 blondes in our class, and we were just kind of like a little scared and a little nervous, and we were like, oh, let's be friends. And we met and we just clicked, and then she said she had this spin-off and she wanted me to be on it, and here I am.
And now you guys you live together, but now you're not friends anymore.
Right. We were roommates, and then we kind of had a falling out because she didn't like my boyfriend, and she said, you have to either, you know, choose him or me, and then I kind of chose him, and that's what happened.
Right. And now what's the story with him? His name is Spencer.
Right.
And you guys are still together?
Yes.
You are. And are you guys still engaged?
No, we're not.
Because at the end of last year, you kind of parted ways, and it seemed like I didn't know if you were breaking up or what the story was.
Yeah.
Why would you guys get in? How old are you?
I'm 21.
That's unacceptably young. I mean, it really
I know, that's why it was just too much. It was just, I'm only 21, you know, I have so much that I want to do, and I'm too young to be engaged. And that's kind of the conclusion we came to. So, I mean, it's a roller coaster, and I feel like every relationship has its ups and its downs, and, you know, we've definitely had ours, and on national television, which is really fun, and,
Do you think you guys will ever get married?
I mean, we'll see. You know, I love him, and, you know, you just kind of have to watch the
I think you guys should marry a few other people each, and then maybe get married.
Right, in Vegas, break up,
Yeah, like a few marriages down the line, then you know it's real, and then it's there for the long term.
We'll
you know,
see.
because when you're a kid, it's like you don't realize it when you're young. Like, you know, when you're like 12 years old and you get so mad at your parents and you think you know, and then they're this and you hate them and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You don't realize until you get older, but it's not that much different when you're 21. And then I don't know if it Uncle Frank, does it keep going into your 70s?
No, no.
Oh, it doesn't. You don't know what I'm talking about at all, though, do you?
Well, things change as you get older, but she's bringing back a lot of good memories.
My Uncle Frank was on a reality show in the 40s. Yeah. It was all in black and white. It was.
I need to catch up.
And now you're doing all this stuff, and you have, and you want to be a singer. That's your goal.
That's what I'm doing for the past year. I've just been in and out of the studio, and I kind of was working with David Foster for a while and with Warner. And then I actually have my music producer, Theron Feenstra. I think he's here, right there.
So then he takes you and you guys get together and you say, let's write some songs, or is it like a remix type of thing, or how does it go?
No, I mean, everything he does is it's all original. You know, it's from outer space. It's literally from God. That's the only way I can describe it. He's just,
so will God get a credit on the album?
God will get a credit. Jesus Christ gets the first credit.
Now, you have a bunch of friends, and this is Audrina, who's one of your friends. I want to ask you a question. Now, are you guys friends, or are you guys...
BFFs.
Okay, that's good, right?
Yeah.
Now, here she is. She's a very cute girl, and you see now in this photograph, she appears to be looking up, right? All right. Now, this photograph, she also is looking up. Now we'll get to our next photograph, in which she's also looking up at something.
It's a little straight up.
A little bit straight, but not that straight. In this one, she's looking way up, as you can see. And finally, in this one, she's kind of looking up. Did she lose her parakeet or something? What is with all the looking up in every magazine?
I don't know. I'll ask her about it.
Have you ever noticed that?
I'm really wondering what is with the looking up. I'm not sure.
You have been photographed in a bikini somewhere in the neighborhood of 80,000 times.
I like the beach. That's all.
There you are on the beach in one bikini with your boyfriend. There you are in a very patriotic bikini with looks like your boyfriend in the back
4th of July.
There you are in the... Are these paparazzi photos? Because it looks like, I mean, it almost looks like you posed for these. It's like,
I mean,
do you bring a
they just
blow
happen to
dryer
be
to the
there.
beach?
Yeah, you have to be beach ready.
You have to be beach ready. Here you are again at the beach. You take a lot of vacations, by the way.
I have to. I live in California, you know.
Who takes
you
all
have
these
to be at the
vacations?
beach.
Oh, this is here locally in California?
This one was just in Mexico. This one that you have right there.
Here's one right here
that
in
was
Mexico.
Just in Mexico. And these were all on the beach. These were all here.
All on the beach, yeah.
I mean, I'm from Colorado. When you come out here, like, all you want to see is the beach, and so...
And boy, have you seen it.
And I love it.
And it has seen you back.
I love the
And now on this Maxim magazine, that's a very fetching photo on the cover there, by the way. But now they say that Hales' hottest bad girl bears her claws, but you seem to be a fairly nice person. How have you become the villain on the show? How has that happened?
Because I don't narrate the show. And that's the whole difference. Like, if I narrated the show, I feel like it would be a different show.
Who would be the villain if you narrated the show?
You know, it would kind of more be...
It would be Lauren would be the villain. So you think...
But not through my eyes, not necessarily a villain, because we have different mind frames, and I'm not quite like that.
If you could punch her in the face, would you?
No, I wouldn't.
You would not.
I'm not that kind of person. I wouldn't. I pray for her.
You do?
Yeah.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Like every night, or how often do you pray for her?
Like 5 times a day.
5 times a day? Wow, that's a lot of praying.
I mean, I think life is too short, and you can't hold grudges, and, you know, we kind of parted our ways, and I wish her the best. And,
Do you think she prays for you?
I hope so.
Like, when you sit down to pray, do you kneel when you pray? Or do you just lay there in bed and pray?
Sometimes I just, like,
And do you say, God, please have mercy on Elsie, that little bitch?
Please help her. No.
How do you position the prayer for Elsie?
You know, I'm going to kind of keep that to myself a little bit. But
all right. Well, you really...
Let your imagination.
Wait a minute. You're followed around constantly by... There's cameras on you every time you go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
You've got to let us in on your... All right. Well, if you ever decide you want to pray on camera, I hope...
I will. I mean, I don't know if they'll air it or not, because it's not... Our show's not like the Truman Show.
No, you can do it here. I will let you pray on camera.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll have a whole ceremony.
I'll come back and do that.
Dear God, please send lightning down on LC.
No, I wouldn't wish that on anyone.
Well, you never know, because, you know, people fight all the time, and then you never know what's going to happen.
Right.
This one does that, and that one, and then years later, maybe you guys...
I mean, life's too short, and that's the bottom line, and you just can't hold grudges, and you can't have that negative energy. You know, it's a lot harder to hate somebody than to just, you know, be okay with somebody.
Well, what I always say is try to turn your frown upside down.
Right. That's good. That's
I think that's in the Bible.
I think
Thank you very much. Thank you. And, well, so the new, the single comes out on iTunes when exactly?
February 5th is my song that I co-wrote, actually, and obviously Theron produced. And it's called Higher, and it's just kind of... This was the first song I wanted to come out with because it just is really a piece of me, and it's very personal, and it's just about how you can't hold grudges and you can't let negativity hold you down. You just need to go higher.
This is a theme for you.
It is a theme. So you can't waste your time looking back at your past and, you know, dwelling over things. You just kind of have to move on in your life.
In your
and
case,
go
your
up.
past is actually reruns. Your
Right,
past
exactly. I'm like, don't show
past
it.
is
you know,
on DVD.
yeah.
And then the whole album comes out when?
And then the album, hopefully in the next 2 months. So
right.
you'll be hearing more tracks. And then,
Well, congratulations.
it.
Don't
Thank
get
you
along
so
too
much.
well because people enjoy watching you
I
fight.
know, I'm thinking, like, what do I have to do?
Hang on to some of that negativity. There you go. Heidi Montag, everybody. Higher on February 5th, and The Hills premieres in March on MTV. We'll be right back with Tank Abbott.